I want to get on the couch in my comfy clothes and I want to eat a bowl of pasta. That's what I want to do.
No, annoyed and stressed out, sit on the couch and eat a bunch of junk food? That's not how you freaking get rid of stress. Coach Greg, in today's video is on Jaclyn Hill. She's got close to 6 million followers. She's famous for showing people how to paint their faces and look better, present themselves for the world. However, she's recently gained 45 pounds last 2 years, probably because of what's going on, and she's had enough. She's sick and tired of being sick and tired. So she's about to embark on a journey, kind of like Will Smith, to get fit in 60 days. That's the problem with today's society. Everyone thinks they can fix things like that. It is not easy.
177.6. So earlier today, I was a little bit less than that, but I also ate eggs and avocado, drank a ton of water, and now I have clothes on, and earlier I didn't.
And so I like this. She's weighing herself because that gives immediate feedback. If you never weigh yourself for 2 years, you might suddenly get on the scale and notice, wow, I gained 45 pounds. I thought it was 20. So although not everyone likes to see what they weigh, it does give immediate feedback to know, are you eating in a surplus, deficit, maintenance? So this allows you to be proactive and make the necessary changes before you go 2 years and suddenly you're overweight.
I put on about 45 pounds in 2 years, and it's not as easy to stand up. It's not as easy to do things. I'm out of breath all the time. And then of course, not to mention my blood work, my blood panels show that I'm very inflamed.
And so you're saying healthy at any size, but she's gained 45 pounds. She finds it hard to move around and her blood work's out of whack. Does that sound like healthy at any size? And she puts together a disgusting green shake that she hates and drinks a little bit of it and wonders why she's hungry. No protein in there to help build muscle, just a quick green shake that she slams down and hates. Listen, you need to love what you're eating, or how do you expect to stick to this? Do you really think she's going to wake up every morning happy to drink this green shake and go on about her day? Of course not. She'll be hungry before she knows it. Sooner or later, she'll be snacking on chips, nuts, and candies, and so on.
I feel like I have to put something in my mouth every hour and a half, whether it's a handful of almonds or if it's just carrots. I have to constantly be snacking because I never feel full.
Anyone who's watched any of my videos automatically would be like, yeah, obviously. So she's eating every hour and a half because she's always hungry, starving, needs a snack all the time. She's never full. And she said if I was full, oh, I'd feel better then. You could be. Low-calorie dense foods that taste good. Oh, I've never heard of that. No idea where someone could get recipes for something like that. It eludes me. I have no idea what she could be doing.
Jordan and I made the terrible mistake of not meal prepping. We should have done that. When are we going to meal prep?
You can do it tonight.
We realistically are not going to meal prep tonight.
And never meal prep. This woman makes millions of dollars per year. She can't afford a chef to meal prep for her? Millions of dollars. What good is millions of dollars if you don't have your health?
It's chicken breasts, roasted veggies, avocado. It does have brown rice in it, which I'm trying to stay away from brown rice because not only am I trying to eat clean, I'm trying to stay away from grains.
And heavens forbid if I eat grains or bread. Oh, those are bad. I'm a carbophobe. Take those out. Oh, I'll just eat lots of nuts and avocados, high calorie dense foods because it's not a calorie deficit that causes me to lose weight. No, it's how much you eat. And as long as it's not carbs, grains, you okay. Does that make sense? You realize that a handful of nuts can have about 300 calories? One handful. Versus a massive bowl of popcorn, 200 calories. Which do you think is going to help you lose weight more? And do you see that face? Does that look like the face of enjoyment, liking what she's eating? She hates her diet. There is no way she's going to stick to it. If you want to have a diet that you can stick to for the rest of your life, you have to enjoy what you're eating. Willpower will only last so long. She's 177 pounds, somewhere between 45 and 50% body fat, and she's already finding it difficult. Do you know that when you lose weight, it's going to get harder? You're going to be more hungry. The diet is not sustainable. Stop this diet. Make the changes now before it's too late. All that's going to happen, you lose some weight, gain it all back. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. This is the exact reason why diets don't work. 95% of diets fail. She's going to yo-yo up and down until she finds a diet that lasts for her. That's Gertie doing that.
One day when I'm 125 pounds again, I'm gonna want this. And I've come to terms, I'm never going to be 125 pounds, like skinny little no muscle Jaclyn ever again.
And consider she used to be 125 pounds. That's an unrealistic weight for her ever get to. So she's throwing out those clothes and buying clothes that would make sense. Something halfway there. 175 pounds to 125, it's not realistic. Halfway to your dream physique. I would say her goal probably to be 150 would be a perfectly healthy weight for her.
I'm gonna spend it on new fashion when I feel like I've hit this goal that I'm going after and I feel really good and confident again. So it's just something to look forward to, like a little reward and treat for myself.
So what not to do is treat yourself to reward when you lose weight, because what happens is dopamine gets released. You're looking forward to that and you only end up losing the weight to get that dopamine release. Rather than doing it intrinsically for yourself, for your health, you're doing it extrinsically for those brand new clothes. And guess what? You lose the weight, buy the brand new clothes, and then what motivation do you have? You've already got the new clothes. You're not doing it intrinsically. And then what happens? You gain the weight back. Then you set up a new goal. Oh, when I get back to that weight, I'll buy a whole new set of new clothes. Yo-yo diet up and down so that you can self-sabotage yourself into getting dopamine hits once a year when you do a diet, probably after a New Year's resolution. Sorry, I'm just telling you the truth.
The last thing I want to do is work out.
The last thing I want to do is to work out. That is the key, is wanting to work out. It's so sad that she doesn't enjoy movement, to be physically active. That is the key. You become a better butter burner. You burn more calories in less time. It's also good for the heart. What am I supposed to say here? She doesn't like working out. Find something you like doing that requires movement and do it.
I want to get on the couch in my comfy clothes and I want to eat a bowl of pasta. That's what I want to do.
No, annoyed and stressed out, sit on the couch and eat a bunch of junk food. That's not how you freaking get rid of stress. You move, exercise, burn off that stress. When you exercise, endorphins are released, feel-good hormones. I wish people could understand this, but I guess I can't reach everyone.
I'm forcing myself. I got online and I looked up benefits of a 20-minute walk. And there's so many amazing health benefits. So I'm like, I'm going to get on the treadmill.
And I can tell you right now, she's going too hard. She hasn't done any cardio. She's going 3.5 miles an hour on a 3.5% incline. It's just too hard. I can tell by the look in her face, she's not enjoying this. It is too challenging. Start easy and progressive overload. If you try to bite more than you can chew, I don't think that the 20 minutes is too long. It's just too intense. Go easier, and then the next day, a week later, month later, then go a bit harder.
But at least I'm doing it. I don't know how these bitches be doing this 12 incline for 30 minutes.
You can't expect to do what others are doing on day one. You have to work for that. You think I could ride at 300 plus watts for an hour the first day on a bike? You start easy, 200 watts, that's too much. Go easy, and over several months and years, you then become a fitter, better butter burner.
Okay, so I had a dream that Kourtney Kardashian invited me over to her house. And then Kourtney walked up to me and said, "Thanks so much for coming to the barbecue." I looked over to my right, and I'm not kidding, there was a full-on table that was just covered in food.
So she's having nightmares about eating food. She wants to be full. Does anyone have any idea what she could be doing, what she could get that would allow her to be full, satisfied, eating more voluminous meals? I mean, I'm lost for words. I have no idea what she could purchase from my website that could allow her to do that. I don't know.
All right, so 2 soft-boiled eggs for me.
All right, breakfast, 2 plain eggs. 150 calories, about 15 grams of protein. It's a start, but it's certainly not enough to be full. 150 calories. I would say a woman of this size probably could be eating around 1,800 calories and losing weight. So why are you only eating 150 calories for breakfast? It is not enough. It's not enough variation. It's got a lot of protein. That's great. The day before, no protein. Why don't we blend the two? Why don't we have some balance? A little bit of protein, a little bit of carbs, a little bit of fat.
But what sucks is that when I get stressed about something or bothered or annoyed, one of the first things I want to do is just eat comfort food.
Every time she gets stressed, she wants to eat. That's not the way. If you could only do exercise in replacement of this food, Imagine the difference it would make. She's saying, I don't want to eat a lot, just a little bit. But the little bit of things that she wants, probably Haagen-Dazs ice cream, macaroni and cheese, chips maybe, things that have a lot of calories. So just because you're not eating a lot doesn't mean you're not eating a lot of calories. You know, Seiko, calories in, calories out, can't break the law of thermodynamics?
A little bit. Like, that's like my thing. Like, right now I'm craving macaroni and cheese so bad. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I'm craving macaroni and cheese. It's insane. I want to break that habit.
So here's the thing. All those things that you're craving, the macaroni and cheese, the ice cream, the burgers, the pizzas, all of that stuff, you can eat that every single day. Every day. You just can't have the regular version, the high calorie dense food version. But if you get my freaking cookbook, you get to have the same foods, lower in calories, more voluminous, so you're full. You know exactly the thing you want? So that you're not snacking every hour and a half starving. You actually get to eat the foods that you love, and you're full because they're lower in calories and bigger. Is that rocket science? How hard is this to understand? If you like a food and it's got a shit ton of calories and you eat it, you're going to gain weight. But if you still like that food and has a tiny amount of calories and it's a lot of volume, you keep eating it and you're full, you're going to lose weight because you're in a calorie deficit. Does that seem confusing? Do you understand why tens of thousands of people have bought my cookbook and said, wow, changed my life, finally a diet I can follow for the rest of my life?
It also is hard on days when Jordan is working. Like, he's filming tonight as well, so he's working all day and we haven't meal prepped, so I don't have him to rely on for the support in the sense of like food.
Multi-millionaire could afford probably 5 chefs to live at her house and make food all day. Haven't meal prepped, that's my excuse. Stop making excuses of why you can't do it and find ways to do it. It's been harder than you thought. Thumbnail, no excuses. I'm seeing excuse after excuse after excuse. Either get my freaking cookbook or hire a chef. Choice is yours.
I haven't had sugar, dairy, or carbs in like exactly 48 hours. So I guess this would be the time kind of where I'm like, I'll check back later.
Why are you not having dairy? Are you lactose intolerant? Are you scared of Greek yogurt? Did Greek yogurt do something to you?
You know what? Okay, here's the deal. This is what happened, okay? I decided to weigh myself this morning, and it said that I gained 2 pounds and 0.4% body fat.
Okay, so here's the thing. Weigh yourself 5 to 7 days a week and cross off the high days and cross off the low days and pick that middle number. We call that the median weight of the week. By doing that, you get a very good idea of what you actually truly weigh. The high days when you're bloated and so on, you cross those out. The low days when you're dehydrated, you cross those out. And your true weight, it's the middle weight. So if you weigh yourself 5, 7 days a week, and you see you're heavier 180 a couple days, and you're lighter 170 a couple days, that's okay. You're actually 175. That's how it worked. That's how I do it with all of my clients.
Still haven't meal prepped, so eating chicken pilard, literally just like flattened chicken with arugula, with olive oil. It's so good.
And again, she's looking at her meal and she hates it. It's so obvious. And then she goes around the room saying, look what everyone else gets to eat. Poor me. More excuses.
I'm disappointed in myself that in the past 5 days, I've only made time to get on my treadmill once. At least I've been taking care of myself in the sense of what I am eating.
You do have to actually want it, and you do have to do it, and you do have to love what you're doing. You gained 45 pounds in the last 2 years, got used to sitting on your ass, not doing stuff, and you saw the world. Let's forgive ourselves. It's okay. This is the result. When you just sit on your ass for a long time, your body just, it gets used to it. I like this. I just sit around. Then when it's time to get up and move again, you don't want to. It's like going on vacation. You come back. You don't want to go back to work. I want to go back to vacation. She was on vacation for 2 years, gained 45 pounds. Now she needs to go back to work. She's struggling. And has she experimented with different forms of exercise, different forms of cardio? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen her ride in a Peloton, racing me on Zwift. All I've seen her do is a treadmill that she hates. Maybe she'd like an elliptical, a stepper, I don't know, going outside, going in the woods, trails. Is it worth it? Is it worth being a multimillionaire if you're not happy? Watch her video. You tell me, is she in fact happy with her life? Looks like she hates it. She's crying miserable. Is it worth it? Make the changes. Be proactive with your health. Do something, do it now before it's too late. You're only, 30 years old? 31? Wait till you're 45. 45 to 50% body fat now. If you keep this pace up, yo-yo dieting, what are you going to be when you're 45? Think of it. I'm asking you the question. Are you going to be healthy at 45?
I need to be better about making time for myself, like getting up an hour earlier to do that. I always choose sleep over anything, over makeup, over workouts. I choose sleep.
She always chooses sleep over working out. Or does she choose something else over working out? Putting on makeup, is that more important than working out? I don't know what they do. She's a makeup artist. She does YouTube videos, putting on makeup and so on. Is it more important to cover up your face than to go and work out? All that time you've spent using makeup, imagine if you'd spent that time meal prepping and exercising. How do you think you'd feel in your clothes now? You're saying, oh, I don't mind the measurements. It's how I feel in my clothes. Well, how would you feel in your clothes if you freaking did something about it? You know, not sitting down and painting your face every day, watching Netflix. Who knows what you're doing? Or is it, in fact, the sleep you have to give up? No, don't give up your sleep to go do cardio. That's not how it works. Give up something else that's less important. Maybe scrolling through Instagram, swiping left or right. I don't know, whatever people do in this world. Stop doing that and friggin' care about your health.
He's making me a breakfast sandwich. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm just eating breakfast for the first time. I've just drank water all day.
Yeah, it's so great. Let's just skip meals, and guess what happens? Hormones increase, ghrelin, hunch you in the face, you're gonna be starved the rest of the night, and then you're gonna wonder why an hour before bed you start binging. It's not the way. You don't skip meals, saving your calories for later in the day. Yeah, it works for a few people, but on average, it's not the way. Eat the freaking breakfast, get in your protein, build muscle, go work out. Egg and slice of cheddar cheese. Is it low-fat cheese? Is it low in calories? There are ways to make this much lower in calories and more filling. So I'm not saying it's not healthy, this meal, but it could be better. It could be lower in calories. And at the end of the day, calories in, calories out, that determines weight loss. Whether it's healthy or not, the body doesn't care that much now, does it? You can eat perfectly healthy all the time in a surplus, and you will die of morbid obesity. And that stomach feeling she has, she could have that every single meal if she ate from my cookbook. Have you tried the meals from it? Anabolic French toast, you've seen all the meals. You can make delicious, lower calorie versions of your favorite meals, be in a deficit and lose weight, and keep it off.
There is literally nothing in the entire world I'd rather do less than get onto that thing.
Do you know how depressing it is for me to hear someone say that? Having been a physical education teacher for 11 years and to hear someone say they'd rather do anything in this world other than move. You wouldn't be saying that if you were stuck in a hospital, perhaps in a wheelchair, perhaps you got in a car accident, you can't move, broke your legs, and so on. So rather than seeing exercise as a punishment, it's a friggin' reward. Go reward yourself.
We discovered these, and they come in like a million different flavors, and they're grain-free. It's made with cassava flour and coconut flour.
And she's so happy now. Guess why? Because she discovered these new chips. So she found a different kind of chips that are high in calories that are going to cause her to eat in a surplus. And she's going to be happy because she thinks she's going to lose weight by substituting this, when of course she's not. She doesn't know. She doesn't know that these are high in calories, that these are high calorie dense foods. She thinks she can just eat them because, well, they're not made of grains, they're made of something else. You know how stupid this is? But frankly, it's not her fault. The world doesn't know these things. They aren't taught this in school unless I was their teacher growing up. Most people have no clue what high calorie dense food is versus a low calorie dense food.
You're dead. Don't even dump it out so that I don't go back for more.
And the funny thing is she's breaking apart her junk food and throwing it out, pouring hot sauce on it. She doesn't eat it. I can imagine Abby Sharp would have a field day with this, but for me, I agree with this. Out of sight, out of mind. Get the junk food out of the house. If it's in the house, you're probably going to end up eating it at some point. You might say, oh, it's for my kids, and then at midnight, you're grabbing the chips and you're going to eat it. Calories in, calories out. Why make it harder on yourself? Why keep foods that are trigger foods that you can't stop eating in the house? How many people can eat one chip and put it away? Not many.
What are we gonna eat tonight?
Whatever you would like.
You were playing your video game and you just weren't listening to me. I feel so stupid now.
She's crying because he was playing a video game and wouldn't listen to her. He clearly was like, whatever food you want to eat, I support you. He wasn't being a dick. He wasn't being an asshole. He was being supportive. Eat what you want. I love you for you. How is he doing a bad thing and why is she crying? Anyway, I know I'm being hard on her, but I gotta give you my honest opinion. If you diet like this, you're doomed. There's no way this is going to lead to long-term success. She's starving, miserable, crying, upset, not happy, doesn't like cardio, doesn't like lifting weights. You can see she's eating foods that she doesn't like. Does this look like the diet you want to follow? 60 days to get in shape? She needs to have realistic goals, realistic expectations, and find an activity that she loves. Hire a freaking chef or get my cookbook. Anyway, ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IB Pro. Please watch the Bloops Harder Than Last Time supplements. You can get those. Obviously, the freaking cookbook, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. I can coach you to help you out. And until next time, I am out.